All right. Hello, guys. Good evening. This is High Priestess Jamila. I know my voice is a little raspy. And so I am sitting in my bedroom in the dark doing Cauldron magic. And, I'm done with the work that I did with it. As you can see, there's a petition inside and a candle going. You can actually use your cauldrons for this purpose to do. You can do earth magic, you can do water magic, you can do fire magic. Hello, Mayra. Hello. When you gonna come get a reading, girl? I'm gonna have to do an announcement on that on my full moon sale because my consultations are actually on sale too. So you need to come do a reading. The spirits got a message for you. So anyway, cauldron magic. So the cauldron within itself represents rebirth. It's a representation of the womb, of abundance, of warmth, of nurturing and nourishing. And you can use it to make potions. They make different kinds of cauldrons, okay? They make different kinds of cauldrons. They make brass ones. They make mine is cast iron. Okay, so this was pretty expensive. Can you close that door for me too, discreetly, because you know how he is. Jacob is in his room. Of course, I put him in the room not right next to mine. I could have, you know what? I could have put the kids upstairs, guys, and I could have. I'm still thinking about Ty. What do you think of switching rooms? Okay, thank you, hon. Appreciate the soda. Okay. I needed something to drink, you guys. So, with Cauldron Magic, you can do a lot of powerful magic with your cauldron. You can do manifestation, you can do new beginnings if you're having like some sort of new beginning. In fact, my cauldron has been very happy. And we're getting my altar room ready, which of course I'm going to give you guys a tour of that. But my cauldron kind of found her favorite space in my bedroom. So until I get that set up, she's up here. And so I had my cauldron sitting by the window, but the cauldron can also represent transmutation in your magic, or either transformation. Okay. And so you can stick tea lights in it. There's some people that fill their cauldron up with dirt. Some people fill their cauldron up with money. You can put money down at the bottom of it. You can put coins down at the bottom of your cauldron. My cauldron actually has a top that goes over it too. And so you can do magic with your cauldron even when even if you're not using a candle. Okay, now a lot of the cauldrons, is this is a pretty big cauldron. It's not the biggest, but it's pretty big. And it costed a pretty penny too. Okay. But I got a great discount on it. So and my cauldron, man, it's perfectly conditioned. Okay, let me tell you. I've got it programmed, even though I do kind of want to clean her out a little bit, but we'll see. So you can actually use this for a safe candle burning. If you want a really nice, sturdy place to burn your candles, like I said, a lot of people burn tea lights in them. Some people put like dirt inside of them, which or sand. You can put sand in them. You can work with, like I said, you can work with all of the elements, but I don't, I tend to burn things in my cauldron because I love to work with fire. So, um, I got a shipment coming in too, but I'll have my charcoals and stuff and I'll be able to burn my herbs in here because, but you can also put herbs in it. You know, the cauldron is kind of like a representation of your spiritual power as a witch. Okay, so when you're practicing witchcraft, your cauldron is going to be a very important aspect of your work. Okay, and you can make potions in this thing too. You can make potions. You can definitely transform the the power of your spell work and the things that you are doing, and it's a very peaceful and very calming. I mean, okay, so I am one of those weird people that will sit in a dark room with candles lit. It's, whether or not I'm watching TV, reading a book, I will read a book with a big candle sitting next to me. So, especially when you turn off those unnatural lights. Now, guys, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Fairy lights. So I do have my decorating club that I am erecting because I love to decorate, but and I like to use lights in my decoration too, but candles are an essential part of my everyday decor in my house. I will have a candle going on my living room table, the dining room table. It just candles everywhere in the kitchen, so yeah, I'll put. Now, I don't really like leaving candles unattended. Like, okay, those little candles that you get from the grocery store, those really good smelling ones that you get from Walmart, when those start to burn down, like make sure that you guys are being safe because there's some people that like to light candles throughout the whole house. They put them in the bathroom for good smells and aromatherapy. But watch these candles, you guys, because I'm gonna tell you something, candles, and then especially if a certain energy goes into that candle. So that's why I always purposefully light candles. I don't, even if I light it to have a good smell or aromatherapy, and another thing, and I can't wait to use my oil diffuser because I've got some essential oils that are coming. So I'll be showing you guys some essential oils and then also how I'm going to keep my oils and everything. So a lot of that is coming up because I did just move into my new house and we're getting settled. And my work area is just so free flowing and it's just so close to nature. So, you know, um, a lot of my work is going to be done down there. And so my altar wants to be set up, is going to be set up very soon. And in the place where my altar is going to be, which obviously is not going to be in my room. Like I will put certain altars in my bedroom. um I'll do like a meditation altar in my bedroom, and I've been trying to figure out, and I think it's gonna either be like a peaceful Buddha type, because I saw an altar that I really liked, that I want to try to recreate just with my own style. So I'm not real sure about who I'm gonna have in my, if it's just symbolism or what I'm gonna do with my bedroom altar, but there's a perfect place for it too in my bedroom. So um I usually keep about 3 altars, but then when the solstices or the equinoxes come around, then I'll end up with a fourth one. But there's 3 new deities that I wanted to honor with an altar. And so I'll be putting some more altars because you can set up like several altars. There's some people that have altars that have statues of wolves for protection for their house. So just being creative. The wolf is actually my spirit animal. Um, yeah. And so anyway, so yeah, I just want to show you guys Cauldron Magic. This is pretty much well-known stuff, but what I can tell you is that I like to look at stuff on videos sometimes, because I mean, I swear when you search something on Google, the first thing that comes up is YouTube videos and different videos. So, the whole video thing is taken off, isn't it? People probably used to read telegrams, and now they just, everything is so interactive. I actually saw a YouTube video the other day that actually was interactive. It was a nature video with nature sounds, and you could like pan the camera in and stuff like that. Okay, hold on, guys, because I needed some light so I could see, because it was pretty dark. Now, where's my lighter? So, here it is. All right. So, what was the last thing I was going to tell you about Cauldron Magic? You want to be careful though when you're doing Cauldron Magic, because it's so powerful. Because some of you guys will try spells and it will be very powerful. Let me tell you guys something. There's a video that I did earlier today. I will link it. I'll try to link it in the video description box. I'm going to start linking some of my videos that I mentioned in the video description box after I'm done with my lives. But I went down to the lake today to do a ritual with Yemi Ya, and it hit me like literally it was just the strongest feeling. So a lot of times, with these, rituals that we do, because I did a ritual by the water, and it was just like it was such a powerful experience, because that's actually the first time, well, the first time in years, because when I first got down to Georgia, I was staying with family in Savannah, and my aunt stayed right by a lake. And well, she was actually, the lake was like right there. You could just walk a few feet to it. And she was really nervous about Jacob walking into the lake. And it's like, he's not going to do that. And he didn't. And everything was fine. But Jacob was going through a phase back then. You got to think this was 5 years ago, to where he was like trying to run out the door every 5 minutes. So he was making everybody nervous. But I would go over to that lake and I would do certain workings with Yemiya. And I remember them definitely being very powerful. Um, I believe that Yemiya is one of the most powerful deities, and just simply because of what it is that she can do. So when you're doing these rituals, just keep in mind that if you have any sort of negative energy surrounding yourself, or maybe how you feel about yourself as a gender, or maybe how you feel about yourself spiritually, this thing can unearth certain things, because especially if you're doing magic correctly, because your cauldron is going to definitely represent your womb, especially if you're a woman. And I can imagine if you're a man too, because there's men that work with cauldrons too. So if you guys don't mind hitting the thumbs up, thank you, anti-ADOS God. Thank you. Oh my God, you just, the experience that I had today. And guys, I'm telling y'all, it is that gorgeous, to where I'm gonna have Christmas decorations everywhere outside. Like it is definitely a beautiful home, and like it's just absolutely perfect for me. So yes, yeah, I love it. Thank you. I wish I could show pictures. Some people have been asking me for a house tour, and I don't know. I don't think it would be safe to do that. I just don't. It just. But I will tell you that you'll see bits and pieces of it, I'm sure of that, because especially if I'm in my office and I'm recording. My living room, I've already showed a little bit of my fireplace. I don't know if I want to show my living room on YouTube, because it just, I don't know. We'll have to see, because of just all of the issues, and Y'all see how serious it can be, especially with these spirits, and they kind of have a harsh opinion of witches, and it's kind of unfair because you know I think that we all, I guess, have to survive and be ourselves. And if you're denied being yourself, that can be really detrimental to your well-being. So if you're a witch, just be a witch. And you like to buy different kind of brooms. You like to decorate your house. You like to drink herbs. You know what I'm saying? You like yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. But you know what? It's all about transmutation. Okay. And see, that was actually what was happening earlier. It was so bizarre. I thought I was going to lose control. I thought I was going to have an anxiety attack. I thought I couldn't breathe. I was out in the cold. I had to walk back to my house, and it just seemed it was so weird. But by the time I walked up to my house, I was just like, oh my God, I just love my home. Just, it just, it looks like a house that, like, you know what? It looks like a house that a witch would live in. It really does. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's very charactered. It's got a lot of little, nice little details, and um I'm trying to think of what the name that's called when they, oh, I can't think of the structural name, like the decorative, not structural, the decorative name of it. When they like put like a, I can't think of it, you guys, but it's like the wall has like the little, is it crown molding on the wall, but then it's like this panel underneath. It's really cute. It really is. And yeah, so we're pretty happy trying to get adjusted. So yeah, and I'm gonna be doing, like, I can finally stretch out and do a lot of the projects and stuff that I've been wanting to do, and get some work done, because now Jacob has his own bedroom, which earlier today it was some adjustment because Jacob is used to being right up underneath me, and I had to let him know that, hey, this is your bedroom, this is mommy's bedroom. And ooh, did y'all see that? Something just flew. I don't know if y'all saw that orb. It looked like an orb to me. I'm gonna go back and look. About 1749. That looked like an orb to me, y'all, unless it was a speck or something. I don't know if y'all saw it. It went that way. And you will oh my God, it's, guys, when I do cauldron work, I will find that there are a lot of spirits just kind of hanging out by the cauldron, because I don't know if you guys remember when I uploaded that one video. When I up ooh, that smoke got in my eyes. When I uploaded that one video with the water and the voodoo dolls in the cauldron, like, you could literally see an orb or a spirit just literally like flying around that thing in a circle. So I need to start, because I think that sometimes, like, when people will see that, but you got to consider how amazing that is to see an apparition like that. Like, we've been seeing it all our lives, but there's some people that don't see it, and that's really sad. Or there's people that are afraid of it, okay, which is really even sadder. But because it's no sense in being afraid of it, you might as well just get used to it, especially being that we are moving, like, we've been moving into the age of Aquarius since 2012. Like, it's getting ridiculous. We are in the age of Aquarius. And I think it's very interesting. Um, the exact thing, like, and when you connect with what's really going on spiritually, it's a hard thing to do, to not be afraid of it. Like, that's really easier said than done, isn't it? So just like I'm gonna come and talk to you guys about cursed dolls, that show is gonna happen. I want to wait until the right time. I think I want to do that. I think I want to do that show from a different area. Like, I want to be set up so that I can be on camera, and I don't want to, like, just Yeah, I want to. So we're gonna wait on that one about the cursed dolls and the cursed objects. But there are some of you, when I do your reading for you, I'll pick up on some kind of cursed object in your house. And I've been able to tell people where cursed objects were just kind of like trapping bad energy or either connecting them with bad energy. So, and but I think it's interesting for people to know that, because you can have a cursed item in your house right now and not even know it, or either not even consider it. Like, you may know it and you may feel it and it may be there, but you're not able to actually, put two and two together. Okay. Which is why I love doing spiritual investigations. I think I am going to sit here and do some voiceover readings for you guys. I'm not sure. I love to look at haunted places, and I like to do readings on haunted places. Okay. That's my jam. That's my jam. Okay. So, anyway, guys, merry meet and merry part to you guys. I will see y'all later. If you guys want to take advantage of the special that I am running on Cash App for 60-minute readings and consultations through the full moon, will be only $50. Okay. So you guys will be able to get on my schedule for the full moon, and I am gonna fill up fast because that full moon and this one, none of them are any joke. But this is gonna be a worm moon, and we'll talk about that. We'll talk about what the worm moon means, and the spiritual symbolism of the worm. Okay. And yeah, and then also we'll talk about rituals. Also, guys, I'm gonna be promoting my Easter tree contest. I've decided to go ahead and do the contest to where you will get a free witchy gift if you do a Easter tree or some kind of Easter decoration. But I would prefer for it to be a tree. Because I heard those are pretty good. I feel like if you do a Christmas tree, you might as well do an Easter tree too. That's kind of how I feel, especially if you have a Christmas tree and you just go and buy the decorations, okay, and make an Easter tree. So, we're going to call it a spring equinox tree, or an Ostara tree. And I saw some Easter trees, like I Googled it, and some of them Easter trees were just like really magnificent. Like when I started to really look at all of them. So you can get creative and you can really, because I think that when you put on a display like that, and especially when it's an altar and when everything has some sort of, everything is everything. So everything has a spiritual side to it. But when you set that up, those energies come together according to your intent, and then even your energy. So, doing things like that is very powerful. I'll make the official announcement on the Easter tree contest probably sometime this weekend, probably Saturday or Sunday. I'll do that, and then you guys will know all of the specifics and how to enter. Um, Also, I do have room for a few more students to put into my rotation. Okay. So if you guys are interested in the classes, definitely contact me if you want to learn more about this. And like I said, the cauldron is very powerful when it comes to manifestation and rebirth. And so the spiritual correspondences with a rebirth have everything to do with spring and just kind of like the equinox that's coming up too. But it's also about regenerating yourself. You can do some really good beauty spells. You can do youth spells too. Like, seriously, there you can do those, and you can use your cauldron for them, because the cauldron actually does represent divine feminine energy. Okay. And then also it represents um access to the other realm, to another realm. Okay, is what the and so does the womb. So does the womb. Your womb, whether or not you're male or female, it represents access to another realm. But obviously spirits can be rebirthed through the divine feminine, and that's just the way that it is. Anybody that has experienced birth before, I don't think that men, they are just not cut out for birth. I think that they could do it and survive it. But I just think that, because you know how men get really, when they get sick, they just act like big babies, okay? So I couldn't imagine them going through hours of labor pain. I guess they would have to have epidurals and stuff. I don't know. Women have to have epidurals too, and it's pretty, it comes natural for women typically, but so, and I think that that is very sacred and it is very powerful. And but there's male, I think that it's interchangeable. I think that right now I'm using the balance of both the divine masculine and the divine feminine. So you can see where I have a very long pillar candle and then I have it inside of the cauldron. So this is kind of like pseudo sex magic a little bit because I'm using masculine energy as well as feminine energy to manifest, okay? So this is what's giving you balance, and this can also be used for grounding, for any kind of work that you want to do, to be honest with you. You can even use your cauldron for hexing people. You can. And but you have to know like your intent, your specific intent. Your thought process is what really counts when you're doing magic. So I can imagine that a person that didn't have a lot of control over their thought process would probably have a hard time performing a successful spell. But once they learned and got balance, like I said, get your compass, download you a compass, because I had to do that when I moved into this place. I had to find the north, I had to find the east, I had to find the south and the west, and then go from there, because those energies, the elements, are very, very powerful. And elemental magic is very, very powerful. Okay, so you always want to call your quarters or corners or whatever you call it, when you're doing magic. And I sometimes, for me, I will call my spirits, sometimes I'll call to them again. But if I'm doing certain work, like I'll just kind of, because like I can easily do 3 or 4 rituals in one day. Okay. Hey Alice, you said I do magic. I get what I want, but for some reason it gets taken away from me after a while. I really don't understand. Oh, it gets taken away. What do you mean? Do you mean that you stop it's almost like you get blocked to where you're not able to manifest? Is that what you mean by that? Because if that's what you mean, then that means that there seems to be some sort of trigger. It possibly could be a trigger for some sort of emotional blockage, or either mental blockage. Keep in mind that a lot of the things that we were taught our entire lives, all of that served as subconscious blockages. That's just like for a young black boy to only see himself as a robber or a rapper or a basketball player. And you see that your entire life, and that's all you see. You know what I'm saying? So that, that kind of conditioning, and it's a mental blockage when you're somebody that only sees so much. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the things that we can get taught through either, sometimes even family, okay, can serve as an emotional blockage. And we carry those things with us even into our adulthood. No, it's not bad to be, oh, let me get Charlika out of here. Sorry. Come in here saying, do I do drugs? Good Lord. Yeah. Troll time. I wasn't planning on being here that long though, guys. That is my cue because I've got some meditating to do. And I just wanted to share this energy with you guys. Shout out to those of you that appreciated. Shout out to those of you that appreciated this discussion. And I hope that I was able to help somebody. I manifest having a baby and I lost. Oh no. And I also manifest a marriage. Oh Lord. Ooh. Well, you know what? Definitely, I'm gonna tell you something. You probably need to consult with a spiritualist. You said you manifested winning the lottery. Mm, that sounds like a lot of bad luck. You may need a cleanse. Mm-mm-mm. You need to redeem. Yeah. But you do magic? Alice H, you do magic yourself? Yeah, you said that you do magic, but see, here's the thing. You're gonna have to get cleansed because there's something negative that's attached to you, sweetie. So even though you're manifesting, something seems to be taking it when you get it, okay? Oh, Thea Lightweaver, I wish you healing. You look so pretty too in your picture. You look so pretty. I wish you healing, okay? And just know that everything happens for a reason, okay? Everything does, okay? And you can also do a womb. You're welcome, Alice. You can also do a womb cleansing. You're welcome, Thea. And you can do that in your cauldron too. So, because my cauldron is connected to me, it is a representation of my spiritual power, is how I feel about my cauldron. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do have a connection with this cauldron. I got a couple of other smaller cauldrons. I'm actually going to get a big cauldron. Y'all gonna see it. Y'all gonna be like, what in the hell? I need a bigger one, but it's got to have something that can hold it. So there's like other stuff that you want to consider first before you get a cauldron that big. Mm. Alice, you gonna have to, and if you come to me to get a reading, Alice, my spirits, they may or may not, want me to do that work for you, but you can definitely come and get a reading to see if it's anything that I can do for you. So it seems like you're getting what you want, but it seems like it's backfiring. And so it could be how you practice. It could be maybe it's something that you're leaving out. So I would definitely have to do a reading for you. You're welcome, sweetie. You're welcome. I am always here for all you witches because I'm telling you, I started in witchcraft upwards to about 12 or 13 years ago officially. And I was a baby witch with no experience and but I was just doing stuff to manifest, but I wasn't actually removing a lot of those blockages and negative spirits that had attached to me for years. Okay? So, that's why the cleansing rituals are needed, and I do them on myself too. I do a cleanse every full and every new moon. But I work with a lot of different people from several different countries. And you have to clear yourself of that stuff because a lot of times when my clients come to me, it and I do protection for myself. So doing protection, I'm wondering if because what my spirits was talking about was the protection. And they wanted to get me, especially with me, and your spirits are going to have different things that they're going to want for you, but they wanted me to get in a specific location so that I could be protected by certain elements such as water, which is why I'm like like there's water like right there. I can walk down right down to the water. So you know but there's other ways of protection, just like I was thinking about getting some swords and putting them up. I really do like swords. I think that swords represent Archangel Michael. And then also, guys, let me tell you something. Let me tell you what will bring you good luck. Getting a bird bath for your front yard if you have a house. I know that I want to get a bird bath. They're really honestly not that expensive. Bird baths are not that expensive, and you put water in it and it will attract it will attract good energies to your house. It will. And yeah, it's going to attract birds, but birds are good. Like I love birds, all kinds of birds. I have spirit animals that are birds. Okay? And you'll attract all different types of birds, and they'll bring certain energies and blessings to your home. And you can even feed them bird food too. Okay. So, but I wouldn't feed them bird. I just feed them water in the bird feeder or bird bath. And then also bird feeders. If you want to feed them food, you can hang a bird feeder and, in a certain location, and it will bring birds to that area. And I'd say that you could put that at the east point of your house. In particular for me, I would like to put a bird feeder right by my altar room. Okay. And my altar room is in a location where it's, by a lot of nature. So that will definitely bring birds and you can hear them chirping. I swear I absolutely love the sounds of birds chirping. And I think that them bird baths will also bring rabbits and stuff to your house too. Because if did y'all notice that, like, I don't know if it's over here in Georgia, I guess in some areas, but where are all the rabbits? Okay, we're gonna recreate them or whatever for for Easter. I actually thought for a couple of seconds about getting Jacob some kind of rabbit or gerbil as a pet, or either getting one just for the family because they're kept in cages. I'm not sure though, because I do, something like a gerbil or something like that. I actually was thinking about getting a small puppy. I'm not sure, but rabbits are very good luck. Okay, rabbits are very good luck. And let me say that again. So let's say, for example, you buy a rabbit figurine and you just sit it on top of your fireplace. You don't know what that's gonna bring some good energy into your house. Okay, and so are frogs, but around this time, rabbits are very symbolic of rebirth, fertility, growth. So this is really a good time. A lot of you guys should really start thinking about starting your own businesses. I'm serious, and I do coach people. So I have small business coaching that I provide because I've been a successful business owner for over 5 years now. Because I started my business before I moved to Georgia, but I officially started, doing everything in 2015 for the public. So, um, and whatever business it is, you could be selling cookies. You know how many people I know that can cook, that have started their own catering businesses and are now doing very, very well in life. So you don't have to just become a witch, but if you want to, do work for the public, I would say that it's probably a good idea to get some kind of guidance. And you want to get good guidance because you're already basically using it for personal gain, which none of us have a choice. None of us have a choice because many of us were pushed out of mainstream jobs, and so there's a lot of us that are disguised as um, doctors, lawyers, massage therapists, pharmacists, and yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. So are you. So are you. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely do that, guys. Because I've got enough front yardage to do that, and back yardage too. But I love bird baths, and guys, it's like y'all just. I swear to God, it's the house that I got. I saw it in my vision, and there's so many just cute little things that this house has. And then I also feel like I'm not kidding with you guys. I feel like I've been here before. like somewhere in my memory. Okay, I'm not gonna say when my house was built, but during that time frame would definitely add up for me. So it's stuff that kind of makes you go, hmm. So yeah, I love birds. I love to hear them in the morning when they're chirping and singing. And if you have bird feeders and bird baths, they will grace you with their presence. Yes, they will. And when birds are flying into people's houses, those are blessings. Like I know that it sounds weird, like like the movie The Birds and stuff, when birds get to flying into your house and stuff. People think that that's bad luck. A bird getting in your house is not bad luck. It can be annoying. It can maybe even be a little scary, but it's actually good luck to have a bird in your house. And so I don't know. I think that what people don't realize is that the negative is the positive, because neither one could exist without the other. Okay, so and the bad is probably going to always be there, the bad energy. It sucks when you see it affecting people that you care about, though, doesn't it? But you got to care about yourself. It's called self love. That's what they mean when people tell you, oh, have self love, because many of you will go and you will sacrifice yourself for people that you love and care about. But that's really, honestly, you don't have to do that. Like, you really honestly don't. I mean, of course, if it was danger to the point where if somebody tried to hurt your kid or your loved one, you would fight. You would defend their honor. You're not going to say, I don't care what you do to them. But you don't even want to attract that energy to you. Attract good things, because the good stuff, sometimes I feel like you don't even have to. I mean, I do sage the house, but and you do want to keep some negative spirits away, for real, like those spirits that'll catch a house on fire and stuff like that. You want to keep them away, but the good is going to outweigh the bad. So attract as much good energy to yourself as possible. Is where it's at. I know, and it's crazy because yeah, like that was crazy. That was crazy that I ended up like I'm not on the, like, I wish I could say I was on the lake. I'm kind of I'm a very short walk away from it. It's what I'll tell you. So yeah, I can get there very easily and could drive there even faster, like within a minute or so. So yeah, it's pretty nice. And I'm very happy. I knew that they were going to surprise me because it was just something that kept telling me, you're going to end up at a lake house. You're going to end up by the lake. You're going to end up at the water. Because Yemi Ya actually wanted me near the water for protection. Some people, especially for me, I am a very, very sensitive, empathic, psychic medium. And that water, a lot of people say that it contains spirits, but really the water itself is not the bad. The spirits that the water is protecting everybody from is what's bad. So the water is actually provides protection. And that's why you can put enemy poppets inside of your cauldron and you can fill them up with water. Because the water will definitely filter out a lot of those negative emotions, because negative emotions can just kill empaths. It can kill you. It just makes it just make your heart feel all heavy, and it's just not a good feeling, especially when you're somebody that feels, if you're somebody that feels, because some people don't really feel as much, and I don't judge those people because they don't have to feel like I feel. You know what I'm saying? Oh, thank you, Alice. Thank you. Appreciate that. I like those 3 9s too. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, guys. So this is the Cauldron Magic video. I will see you guys later. Peace, blessings. I hope you guys have a happy Friday evening, and I'll see you later. Thank you for coming, you guys, and thank you for being happy for me. I appreciate you guys with my heart. Like that means a lot to me, anti-ADOS guy, and everybody else that is happy for me because you know how it is when you just when you know what you need. It's not necessarily like it's the like I need that lake for therapy, and just it's very therapeutic. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you have a good night too. I'll see y'all later. Okay, love and light.